Hello, my fellow patriots. This is Alex with Disabled Vets Perspective, and this is fear porn from the Asylum. Are you scared? All right. Just make sure my audio is good. Anybody that can give me a 5 by. Um, just an interesting idea I had for a little show here, just to cut loose a little bit and to maybe take a breather from all of the "we're all gonna die." Hello, DM Suzanne 223. Jeff, saw you in here. Margot, how you doing? Or should I say? Let's see. Suzanne's in here. Got her. People's Last Stand. How you doing? All right, now the idea I have behind this little gathering right here is because people need to relax, and I am relaxed. Hello, Pete. I just want you guys to know that I'm fully prepared. I've got my emergency water. I do have my emergency food. And for the love of God, I'm set on toilet paper. So I am ready for the end of the world. When the shit hits the fan, I got something to clean it up with. Okay? So we're just going to make sure that everybody understands you got to have emergency food, emergency water, and definitely your toilet paper. Now, all joking aside, where the hell can you get toilet paper? I think I could actually sell mine for about $20 a roll right now. So I'm thinking market, but which leads me into the other information. Grateful Grandma. Hi, everyone. It's me, Patty Tothwhite. Oh, well, hello. I had to change my name. Getting trolled too much. Well, that sucks. But we're grateful, Grandma. That's a good one. Uh, I am all set, Margot. Absolutely. Uh, you forgot the cat food. Uh-oh. Yeah. Well, I guess they'll have to eat toilet paper too. Um, anyway, so what is going on primarily is what this video is fear porn. We are absolutely being scared to death. They want us in absolute primal fear so that they can control us in the media and, you know, out in public. They want us locked down. They're calling this President Trump's Katrina. Well, here's a comparison. Katrina failed because the money that was allocated for the berms, the dike system, everything that was created to hold the water at bay had been neglected by the Democrat-led state leaders. So everything that failed in Katrina failed because of Democrat leadership. So this idea, oh, it's going to be his Katrina. Thousands of people died in Katrina, and they were absolutely neglected by W. Bush. They, because they were black. That's they don't care about their black neighborhoods. Hey, see, uh, you know, at some point, the people of color, as they call them, or the black people, or the other Americans, as I call them. I don't, why are we all black this, Indian that, white this? Why can't we just be Americans and just be one American family? But the Democrats won't allow that. They want the black communities in perpetual fear. We're going to take away your food stamps and your Medicaid and all this other if you don't vote for us and you don't pay attention to what we tell you to do. But then they stay in abject poverty with their whole neighborhoods falling down around them. The violence is rampant, and they just keep voting for the same damn thing. I don't know how to get it across, but it's just it's amazing that the communities are completely decimated, but they're too afraid to try a change and see if they can bring somebody in there that's willing to put that neighborhood first instead of putting their pockets first. You look at Boston, and is that the one where the mayors of last three mayors have been popped for corruption or something like that? Or Baltimore, that's it. I knew I'd think of it with my peripheral brain. Rooster, how you doing? Um, anyway, I think the last three mayors of Baltimore have all been popped for um, corruption. So these people have got to stop. The fear has got to stop. We need to quit being afraid of what the media tells us to be afraid of. Like I've been telling you with this, the virus that shall not be named, the media has us all dead in 3 months, and it's like I've been telling you. If you have underlying conditions, then you need to be treating this thing like it's next door. Doesn't mean you need to be afraid. It just means you need to change your habits so that you don't purposefully put yourself into a situation where you might get the thing. But otherwise, I mean, there's an awful lot of people with it, but I don't know what the numbers are. People don't tell us what the numbers are. They give us numbers as a pacifier, but then they tell us we're all going to die. So it's two different sides of the mouth. One side is, there's only a few people. The other side is, oh my God, we're all going to die. So which one is it? Are we supposed to believe the fear porn, or are we supposed to just relax and realize that, yeah, there's some ugly, nasty new virus running around, but I don't even think it's an accident. I think it's all part of the grand plan. Um, you should have got it by now. DM the mod, I'll let you know ASAP. Okay, not my business. I wasn't paying attention. 3 months and we are all dead. Wait, I bought 6 months of toilet paper. Well, damn. Oh, wait a minute. There's a marketing opportunity for you, Jeff. I hear that I hear toilet paper could be in the range of gold prices pretty soon. If you're scared, just stay home. Well, yeah. If you uh, if you want to do things on a normal basis, I mean, right now we know, my wife and I know that if she gets this thing, we're in trouble. We're going to have a fight on our hands. Um, you're not into porn. Well, I'm not either. But hey, title works. But anyway, that's what everybody calls it. So we know that if she gets this thing, we've got to fight. We got a real issue. So we are taking that into consideration when we go grocery shopping. We don't go when everybody else is grocery shopping. We go out when we're alone, basically. We do. We have our stuff at our property, so we've got plenty of things to keep us entertained. We've got plenty of food. We don't really have to go out more than once a month. I mean, really. So we're pretty much set for this thing, whatever comes of it. But we are taking the precautions like the thing is next door, because we know that if she gets it, we've got a real problem. But other than that, if you don't have underlying conditions, or if you don't have a reason to really worry about this thing, then you shouldn't, because a lot of people are going to get it, but a lot of people are going to recover from it, and then we're going to get what's called herd immunity. Um, Silent Serenity, hello. In Cali, they don't include any Republican candidates on the voter registration mail cards. Many uninformed don't even know. I can't imagine that they can keep allowing this to happen. There is no option or any word of any Republican candidate on the Cali mailouts. They're going to do whatever they can, and that's another thing. They're trying to make everybody afraid of the conservative, and we're all Nazis and racists and every other ism and obiphobes, and whatever they can get us for, they title us so that the humanity is scared to death of us, like we're all going to walk into the middle of a crowd and then blow up like a zit. You know, it's really stupid, but it all breaks down into this fear. Like I said before, I keep saying this we patriot need to band together, exercise our Second Amendment, and drag those jackasses out of office and rebuild our republic. Uh, you are in the ballpark. We are. I think that we are the most patient people in the world, and we're hoping that we. It's kind of like we're stacking straws on the back of the camel, and one of those is going to make it break. But we're trying to be the civilized, polite society that we are supposed to be, because in general, conservatives are very nice. I've run into people all over this country, all over the world, that have the same personality, same sensibility about them, that they're decent, great people. But it's we want things to work out legally, and we're trying to give it everything we've got to make that happen. But at some point, we're going to realize defeat, and we're going to have to take it into our own hands. And I hope to God that day never comes. I hope that this gets fixed before that. Um, let's see. Y'all do know that do end up running out of toilet paper, there are alternatives for emergencies. There's no need for panic. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Worst case scenario, you have to go do your thing, and then you jump in the shower. But Harvard University students have been asked to move out of their houses and dorms by Sunday, March 15th, and is moving all of its classes online for the remainder of the semester. Yep, stacking on that fear. This whole thing is based around trying to get President Trump out of office. I've been saying now for the last 2 years that the cabal has the walls closing in on them, and there has to be an event. All the little FFs that were going on, and the pew pews in the schools and all that kind of stuff, all of that was attempting to carve a narrative. But let's see. Billy Anderson likes your video. Alexander Live. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate you. Um, that was over there on Facebook. That's the first comment I've got on Facebook. Thank you for that. But anyway, so yeah, we got a few people on D Live hanging out with us. Silent Serenity, Scarecrow, Freebird, DM's over there. I see doubles. DM is everywhere. But let's see. I think I missed something over here on D Live. I just saw something about quarantine in the woods. I wish the Hildebeest would self quarantine herself in the woods indefinitely. I like the way you think, Freebird. I'm down with that. All right. They just want to crash. That thing just jumped out of my view. I just started to read it. They just want to crash our great economy before the 2020 election, hoping that'll destroy President, period. That's right. You are absolutely overwhelming. How much is going on with this right now? Feels harder to draw conclusions or figure things out. The news is so fast, and things are changing everywhere so quickly. You're right. But all we can do is we can try to get you the information that we find here. And there are some good sources for daily updates for tracking the virus that shall not be named. There are sources on YouTube and online, period, for following the stock market. But even the stock market, I've been saying that people really need to calm down, because the reality is, unless you're a minute trader, day trader, then it's irrelevant what the market does on a day-to-day basis, or for that matter, week to week. If you are a long-term investor, you have to look at the history of the peaks and the dips of the market. And we've always had dips. And every time we have a dip, the sky is falling, the world's going to end, the earth is crashing in on itself, the black hole is sucking us into space, and everything else. But then we find out that it comes back up. And then when it comes back up, it's usually stronger. Peggy Baru, how are you doing? My internet's always crazy. So, yeah, I can relate. So, anyway, if you're a long term trader or investor, I don't even call it trader. If you're just looking to create a nest egg, then the smartest thing you can do is ignore the fact that there's been a dip and that the value of your stocks has decreased today. Pay attention to adding to your stock portfolio while it's down, or take some of that and invest it in gold because gold is pretty stable. Silver, palladium, um, hell, any metal, heavy metal. I don't care. If you want to invest in music, invest in music. But the point is, this is apps, and every time it comes back. But the media has to ride this crap so that people are absolutely out of their brains with fear that they're going to die. They're going to be broke. Well, I got news for everybody here. You're going to die. And only one person on the planet or in the universe or in eternity can answer that question. And he never says shit to me, so I don't know. I mean, I'm not worried about it. My dad was a physician, and he had to take care of some patients that were terminal, and they'd always ask him, "Doc, how much time do I have?" And he'd say, "There's only one person that knows that answer, and he ain't telling me shit." So that's the reality of it. God will take us when He's ready for us, and other than that, live life, be adventurous, do the things that are crazy, uh, do whatever it takes to live your life and not to anticipate your death. Because if you are always thinking about your death, then you never live your life. Iron Crane, how you doing? Linda Horner, good to see you. Silent Century, you're over here, you're over there, you're everywhere. Just boy, I'm seeing doubles. So anyway, uh, going to the fear thing, here's an example. I just got this morning, and it says, here is the headline. This is the porn, okay? The fear porn. Italy rocked by earthquake as it battles coronavirus lockdown. Residents rush into the streets. Alrighty then, you're all gonna die. Okay, as an earthquake has rocked Italy, with local media reporting people have rushed into the streets, the National Institute of Volcanology and Geophysicists registered it at 2.6. Okay, a 2.6. If you've been in an earthquake, you might know that dropping lead weights at your feet may give you more vibration than a 2.6. 23K. Um, let's see. Magic Jones, welcome. Good symmetries gone bad. How you doing? Huh? Yeah, I've got a few new people here. It's good to see you guys. Appreciate you coming over. Anyway, so looking to see if anything's going over here in D Live. All right, so the point I'm making is that headline was ridiculous. You can have an unpleasant encounter with your restroom and create more shake than that. So the whole thing, everything around you is designed for fear. Um, Coca Lori, how you doing? Koha's Retro Gaming. Hey there. Grandma Harvey, welcome. I got some new people in here. Donna Daly, welcome, welcome, welcome. Skywatcher, how you doing? Blazing Fireman. Oh, you better put that out. That's hot. Uh, anyway, so yeah, welcome to everybody. You guys, I got a lot of new faces in here. I'm very happy for that. Good to see you guys. Uh, Teresa Gura, I think, or Guerra. Okay, Hispanic. Truth Seeker 2020. How you doing? Console Fix. Tim Tucker. Wow, we are getting a whole bunch of new people in here. All right, so while I've got you new folks in here, I'm going to ask you to just do me a little solid and please take a second and hit that link and follow me over here at D Live. The reason I got this D Live going is because we are targets as on their tube. And if George Soros has his way, by the time the November 3rd, 2020 comes around, there won't be another conservative channel anywhere on the internet. What?
Big Brown Hughes is leaving. He said bye.
Big Brown Food Reviews. Have a good one. Appreciate you swinging in. All right. So, again, the headline is meant to, it's clickbait, and people fall for it because people want to be scared. And when you drive by a car accident, you got rubberneckers. Oh my God, is he dead? They want to see misery. Hello, bud. It seems like humanity isn't happy unless they're unhappy. And for whatever reason, the emotion of distress seems to be the most powerful. A space for 3. How you doing? Anyway, so the whole point of this is to stop being afraid. And I'm trying to explain to you that everything you see, everything you hear on the networks, in the movies, it's all designed around a narrative to keep people in fear and in control. Think about this. You have in China almost 2 billion people. They've got a 1 million man army, maybe a little more, give or take. But that's when you're talking 2 billion people, 1 million people is a tick turd. So if the people can be controlled, not even by the military, because the military has families. Some of them are assholes and they do what they're told. I'm following my orders. Just a second. Let me see here. I'm going to die as a deplorable, but I don't shop at Walmart anymore. They quit selling my ammo. Well, that sucks. I mean, it sucks that they quit. They're falling for the social justice warriors. Yeah, a lot of folks are switching over to D Live and also Discord because YouTube is getting really twitchy and hiding a lot of non-leftist materials. Absolutely, we are, and we're getting suppressed like crazy. On this channel by itself, I was up to 3,900 view hours, 4,000 needed for monetization, and they took 2,700 away from me overnight. And I've been getting 100 view hours at a time, and I'm getting 1 to 3 hours added to my overview. So it's a constant thing. It's just one of those things. Mama B, how you doing? What are your thoughts on the third eye? Well, I did just say tick turd. You got to give me an idea of what you're talking about. Are you talking about the all-seeing eye, the eye of Ra, the Egyptian eye? Because if you're talking about that, we're getting into the black nobility, the Illuminati, the everything else. But YouTube is rigging the numbers and poking in places where they should be going. Yeah, they are rigging. They've made it clear that they can manipulate the vote. So anyway, what I was getting at with China, the people there are controlled by several hundred people. Ugh. You know what? I'm going to spit that out in just a second. People, 963 hertz uh, frequencies. Okay, I know that 69 gigahertz is a frequency that can inhibit the uptake of oxygen into hemoglobin. Frequency healing has been used for decades. So I guess I just don't know about that. And, you know, hit me up with an email because I'm curious now. Let me hear what you got. You send me a link or something so I can look into it because I always like learning things. Um, anyway, so the point is with fear, several hundred people in China can completely control several billion people. Um, Raja Chandri. Okay. 5G was rolled out in Wuhan within weeks. The Wuhan virus started up. Yeah. You can activate things with frequency too. Um, Silence ended. It was the same time within weeks after vaccine push. Yeah. Well, when you have a weapon, you always have a vaccine before you let it go. So, anyway, with China, the point what I'm making. Thank you very much, DM, for the lemon. Sign it, Serenity. Appreciate you guys. Scarecrow sent me an ice cream. Thank you for that too. Appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot. Um, anyway, at some point, people have to realize they don't have to be pushed around. The problem is that you have one person that says, rah, rah, ree, let's go kick him in the knee. And then everybody else is like, yeah, go get him. You do it. All right. Uh, yeah, I said that the pineal gland, we all have third eye capabilities. Okay. Well, you're talking, roundabout way, you're talking about sixth sense. And yeah, I have that. People can't walk up behind me. They can't stare at me from a distance. I have the sixth sense. I have it very much. John Boy, how you doing? Late is okay, brother. Just appreciate you jumping in here for a minute. Fall in line with Tesla Sound and Water. You're very interesting, Mama B. I hope you hit me up on my email and send me a couple articles about that because I'd like to learn about it because I've only just dabbled in frequency healing because it was something my father was looking into when he was doing research. So just want to see what you got on it. So anyway, when you are trying to control the masses, you have to do it by keeping them in abject fear. You want them to be completely blown into the fetal position and too afraid to stick a finger up. Blue, how you doing? I'm scared. Oh, yep. That's the point. We're all here together so we can all be scared in one place. That's the point here. I want to make sure everybody's all plenty scared so that the deep state, the left, and the controlling dark entities have complete and total control of us. Now, me personally, I do not fear anything. There are two things that a human being typically is afraid of. And what about them? Two things that they're afraid of. Let me just see here. There's a video from 2010 that spoke about the elite's plan around this time period release the bioweapon and China would catch cold. They said, yeah, this has all been pre-planned. This is Agenda 21. The last two things that they have to do for Agenda 21 is eliminate the cash, which they're making you afraid to touch cash. So that's going the right direction. And then eliminate the population. First, bring the population of the planet down to 500 million to maintain harmony with nature. Georgia Guidestones. Paraphrasing, of course. But two things that humans fear: pain and death. Well, if you're comfortable in the fact that you've done things right, that you're good with God, that you're good with humanity, then why do you fear something that's supposed to be better on the other end? And when I was 10 years old, I died. Well, I've been over on your D-Live Disabled Vest perspective, and I'm not very tech savvy, having problems with uploading a pic for my profile thingy. Oh, okay. Yeah, just it takes a minute. I am no computer junkie. I fumble around on this thing until I accidentally find something that works. So that's the best I can tell you is just try to keep fumbling around until you have something that accidentally looks right. Um, I saw Facebook footage China being sprayed, fogged out with trucks spraying everything. It's like chemtrails on the ground. Yeah, and it's probably chlorine. Does anyone remember a pic going around last year of body buckets in Georgia? I really think we shall see in law the unsealed indictments have been on a very next shutdown on scrub down. Not sure what that is. Pete. Mama B, come to our Fact Fiction and Beyond show on Wednesday. Yes, we are doing a show Wednesday night on Pete the Patriots channel. It's called Fact Fiction and Beyond. We're talking about Project Paperclip. It will be very interesting. Yes, this is the herald of the rollout of the world government. Total domination phase. This is the kingdom of the beast. Yeah. So all you can do is you can be comfortable in the way you do things. Um, Truth seeker. Anyway, so when I was 10, I died, and I got hung up in the rigging underneath a sailboat. It turtled on me because I got a gust of wind, and I was under the water for about 7 to 8 minutes, and my father managed to get me pulled out. It was a very small sailboat, so I guess in his strength and fear that he was having at the time, he picked me and the boat up because I was completely tied up in the rigging. There was no one tying me, so he just pulled the whole boat up onto the boat that they came out to rescue me on. And then he worked on me for several minutes. I was down for about 15 minutes. But when I knew when I knew that there was no option left for me, instead of panic, I relaxed. And I didn't take a breath. I didn't try to breathe because I knew that would be hopeless. So I just held my breath out. But the point is, the fear of death is probably unwarranted because it is a very comfortable thing if you relax and just let go. It's not painful. It's not scary. It's just comfortable. That's the best way to describe it. So when you don't fear death, you take one of the big check marks off, and you tend to live life a little more freely at that point. The other one is pain. Well, I'm not scared. What good would being scared and panicking do for me or my family or even anyone I could possibly help? Grateful Mama, that's correct. Toilet paper. That's going to be a running joke for years. But anyway, so pain. Your body can handle a lot of pain. Um, you have a pain threshold. When you reach that threshold, you go to sleep. I have reached my pain threshold more than once in my life, and I went to sleep. Obviously, nobody's going to lie. It hurts like a son of a bitch before you get there, but when you get there, you go to sleep. So you have a shut off switch. Things are not meant to torment you forever. Your body has mechanisms to kick in to protect you. Um, I'm kind of scratching my head over Gates, Meadows, Cruz, Collins, all in self quarantine. Yeah, there might be more to that than what meets the eye. You don't feel death or pain or hunger. Okay, well, here's a little thing about hunger. Hunger pains go away after about 2 days. So you have pain from hunger for a couple of days, and then literally that goes away. Starvation is actually a relatively comfortable way of uh, going on, because once the hunger pains go away, your body doesn't really go through that anymore. So, yeah, I mean, everything that we tend to fear has a logical expiration date, like the pain of hunger. Um, Revelation says regarding these times that when we see the stuff happening, we are to lift up our voices and rejoice because your redemption draweth near. Yes, and that's why I'm up here talking right now, because I'm trying to explain to people, if you if you're good with God, if you're good with humanity, you take care of the people around you, you respect the world, the globe, the earth, all the things that we as humans are supposed to do, then you should be able to shut off the fear and just take things as they come and enjoy them while they last. Why are all these viruses coming from dog cat eater countries in the last 10 plus years? Easy targets. Um, you got to think communist countries, the people are already totally controlled, and the government is the only one that has any money. So, to everybody else, anybody that they can eliminate from their food chain, they don't have to worry about feeding them. That means more money for the communist government. So killing off 100 million people in their population, yeah, that'd be nothing to it. That'd be a good idea, because that'll kick up the income of the elites. So starvation after the hunger pains is actually rather. I saw something here. Starvation after rather peaceful. You just kind of start to shut down. Things kind of get quiet and calm. You sleep a lot. We close to there once. Yeah, yeah. I've had a 5 day stint where I wasn't able to eat anything at all. All I could drink was water. So yeah, we are supposed to respect others, respect the world, but also stand your ground. Yeah, I'm not saying be passive or submissive by any means. I'm saying take things as they come, fear nothing, be prepared to stand your ground, fight for what you choose to keep, what you want in the world. But don't just lay down and let them come over you with a cement mixer or something. Just don't be worrying about how things come, and just let them come. Take care of it as it gets there. So anyway, jumping over here to D Live real quick, I want to just say, okay, I'm here. It wasn't easy. Coco Lovari, welcome. Good to see you over here too. Um, Thank you, DM, for posting my PayPal. Appreciate you. Um, Carmageddon, how you doing? Yeah, my kind of cat. Uh, let's see. Girl Mod Squad. There you go. DM's got a tag now. That'll work. You need that as your logo. All right. What did I miss here on Rosie? I watched my Nana Rosie the Riveter go that way, and folks, it ain't that Shakespearean. It was long, and you, your Nana was Rosie the Riveter. Was she actually the one that was modeled in the poster? Um, what matters is having people care for you in that time. Yes, if you can check out and you have the ones you care about around you helping you make that exit, there's nothing better. Family is the number one thing in the world. Once they being the false Christ that will trigger the return of Christ, we will have 1,000 years. Yeah. Well, I believe every day is a test. We are we are tested for our resolve. We're tested for our spirit. Everything we do is a test, and if we study a little bit, get through the other side, then we're in good shape. So um, uh, I'm not sure. She was the first woman riveter. at Douglas O'Hare, Violet D.T. Dace. Well, that is just cool. That's like having a celebrity on my channel. That's just cool. God bless our people from World War II, the best generation. Unfortunately, a lot of those people that are still living are pretty ashamed of the young people that are coming up now because they have just no clue. They don't know what this country was built for, what it stands for. They're just clueless. They want everything. Gimme, 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 and they don't want to do anything for it. Um, she had polio, never danced nor rode a bike. She had boyfriend June worked there together. Best friend June. Okay, awesome. All right. I don't have anybody, but I'm good with that. I had to get rid of toxic people, and unfortunately, they were all toxic, so I flushed the toilet. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, hopefully, hanging out here, you get to see that not everybody's toxic, and we'll hang out with you. So just keep that in mind. All right, so I think that's enough fear porn for the day. I just wanted to bring this stuff up to you because I want you guys to relax. I want you to understand that this is all a game. It's puppet masters trying to manipulate the puppets, and have to submit to it. We don't have to voluntarily be put into this position. We can fight our way out of it, and we can learn to deal with things. My father was founding father of TARP project in Chicago, restored Helen to drinkable state. I'm very blessed. That's awesome. Console Fix, how you doing? I'll hang out with you. Right on. All right, all upon the planet are said to become totally deceived by the beast kingdom, except those with the seal of the living God on them. The seal of the living God is the knowing of truth. Truth will set you free. We are blessed to be able to recognize the difference between a lie and truth. We just have to open our eyes and pay attention, and truth will always prevail. All right. That being said, I am what?
30 minutes.
No, I've been on since 12:45
You got
Central
15
Time.
minutes.
Yeah, I got 15 minutes, but they don't need to hear me banter anymore. I've already gotten points across. I met a lady. The polio vaccine messed her right leg up and arm up really bad after I ate muscle away. Mm. You're welcome to join us anytime. Thank you very much, Truth Seeker. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I like your show. I like your information. I like the fact that you do alternative healing, alternative medicine. That's my father was really into that. As a matter of fact, Truth Seeker 2020, folks. If you don't have him, please take a minute and go subscribe to him because very good information comes out of there and a lot of community gatherings too. So it's kind of cool. Everybody enjoys themselves and hangs out, and that's what we all need to do once in a while, even if we're just on there to shoot the shit. We need to get together and do that once in a while.
Margot.
Well, thank you, Margot. Appreciate you. I love you too. Yeah, I love you. I love all you guys. I appreciate everybody that hangs out with me because you could be doing anything in the world, and I've made that clear so many times. I mean, you give me time in your life, and time is limited, and nothing but love, respect for all that. I appreciate it. Um, anyway, so Scarecrow dropped another ice cream. Thank you, appreciate you.
Young boy.
Oh, John Boyd just jumped up the top. Let me see here. 100% correct, disabled that's perspective. Thank you for telling the truth. Well, I appreciate that, man. That's my goal is definitely to tell the truth. If I mess something up, I'm not. I have no shame. I don't care. I'm not embarrassed. I'll get back on here and go. Oh, I'm sorry. I miss. You
Man.
know, it's not about that. It's not about trying to keep my ego. It's about telling the truth. So if I misspeak, I'm gonna be out here telling you I misspoke.
Yeah.
Um, you agree with Margot? It ends way too soon. Well, thank you for that. Appreciate that. We love you. Well, thank you, DM. Love you back, babe. Appreciate you. Um, Linda Horner, thank you. All right, you guys. That's going to be it for me right now. I know we'll be back on here tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock Central, 3 Eastern for headlines from the newsroom with Pete the Patriot. So we're going to start doing that 3 times a week, and then we'll have our fact fiction and beyond tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Central, 9 Eastern. So please
Mama
join us
B.
there, Mama B. By the by, I love the spooky meat. Meet me in St. Louis house. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the Be Afraid. That's the Asylum. So yeah, I got that off there. Got a kick out of it. Plus, I got the not so black cat behind me, but I just I didn't have any black spray paint. And it's really hard to get them to hold still to do that. So I just figured I'd let the white cat be in the background. All right. That being said, y'all, appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate my mods. You guys rock the joint. Thank you to everybody over there on D Live dropping lemons and ice creams for me. You guys are great. And Facebook, appreciate you guys hanging out too. And I know there's somebody out there, but it doesn't identify very readily. So we had 27 people in YouTube, 7 people on D Live, and not sure on Facebook, but it's all good. All right, y'all, stay in the fight.